First, the more immediate one. Evergreen Symphony Band was the result of a consortium with a number of different wind ensembles, including both Manhattan Ensemble and Columbia Wind Ensemble, performing the entire work this coming Sunday. The commission caught my eye for a couple of reasons, but one of them was that I had actually met Dr. Wayne before. When I was a graduate student at the University of Denver, I had the great pleasure of playing his, in a quartet of guitar players, his wonderful quartet for guitar. So it was nice to see the name come up again. And I'd like to now introduce you Dr. Edward Green, who's on the faculty of the Aesthetic Realism Foundation and also Manhattan School of Music, where he teaches courses in composition, jazz history, and world music. So to talk a little bit about his piece, Dr. Edward Green.
Thank you. Consortium, and also the tall blonde player back there is Andy Peace, who, along with Mark Scatterday of Eastman School of Music, Wings, they were spearheads for the consortium. So Andy, thank you. And I'll just be brief because the music making here is wonderful tonight. It's a very exciting concert, and I'm very grateful that you're doing the final two movements of the symphony tonight. It is a four-movement symphony. Let me just say very briefly a few things about it, maybe can help you as you listen to it. First, a quote I love from Gustav Mahler, who of course wrote some of the best symphonies around. Mahler said that a symphony should be like the world. It should contain everything. And as I worked on this symphony, though it's not with standard instrumentation, no strings, but I did have in mind what Mahler said. How do you write something that gives you the sense of what the world as a whole, or reality as a whole, has in his life? And that brings me to the second thing that helped make the piece the ongoing central inspiration for my work as a composer. When I was a young man, in my 20s, I had the tremendous honor to study with Eli Siegel, the great philosopher and poet and critic who founded aesthetic realism. And he explained that art, including very much the art of music, shows what the world is like, and that is the oneness of opposites. And as you've already been hearing through the music tonight, the massive and the delicate, the heavy and the light, the edgy and the smooth, the sense of speed, the sense of something sustained. So often in life, we feel the world doesn't make sense in terms of these things. A person can be very lighthearted and giddy, and then depressed the next day and feel they're two separate people. A person can feel tremendously energetic, and then sluggish, and feel that the slow and fast aspects of themselves don't make sense. So the job of a composer is to take those very same contradictions in ourselves and in the world and literally compose them, place them together, which is what the word compose means. Bring them together, and if they're brought together successfully, and this is what I learned from my teacher, Eli Siegel, beauty results. So that was my job. I hope I achieved it, and I certainly am very grateful to this ensemble for taking on such a challenging piece. The new music is always challenging. Something the size of a symphony is doubly challenging. And a symphony in which I change keys and meters a lot. You know, you can't relax. You say, oh yeah, we're in G major for a movement. Nope, maybe for 10 measures. Or we're in 3/4 time for a movement. Maybe 8 measures. So it requires a tremendous alertness, and it's challenging. And as I said, I'm tremendously grateful to Chris and the ensemble for taking on the challenge. And I'm looking forward very much to the performance, and thank you all.